Hello, everybody.
Welcome, learners.
Welcome,
Who's ready?
learners.
Who's ready to learn? Who's ready to practice?
You got your little learning caps on
You got your little learning caps on and your practice shirt.
and your little tiny shorts
You're just your tiniest
because
shorts.
you want to have freedom of mobility
Mm-hmm.
to learn.
To learn.
This is going to be a very physically active
Yeah, we're gonna be
class.
taking stretch breaks in this one. Maybe we should take stretch breaks. I said that as a joke, but might be good.
It's kind of,
Might
yeah,
be
it's
good.
not a bad idea.
Not the worst idea.
If you
Those
hear any crazy sounds, it's because someone is fixing our washing machine right now as we stream
Nice.
this. So,
Jacob, what flavor Spindrift is that?
oh,
Is
this,
that ginger lime?
this is half tea, half lemonade.
Half tea, half lemonade.
A classic, a banger.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Sweet. I made a little tea. I'm using the I don't know if I've shown this off on stream, but this is the mug that Lovesick gave us at the or gave
Yeah,
me
yeah.
specifically at the live show in LA.
That's
It's
an
really
excellent
good.
mug.
It's so big. You can make a massive amount of tea in here.
Get a lot of tea in that bad boy.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So yeah, this is another Nathan led draw class, which means we're just practicing. We're just hanging out. We're chilling. We're remembering how to draw. Maybe we haven't drawn in longer than we would have liked to for reasons, for whatever reason, but we're here now.
We don't care about
Because
the reasons.
it doesn't matter.
Doesn't
We're here
matter.
now. That's the past. We're looking ahead. We're looking towards the future. Um, it's always fun because these VODs become available to the public in the future, and we're at a nexus of current events where an event has yet to happen. It's up in the air.
Oh,
But while we're doing this, but it will the results will be known by the time this goes public. So whatever energy I'm exhibiting now, that's the context. That's the context that it's happening in.
and the event could be anything, you know.
It could be it
it's
could
metaphor.
Yeah, we don't need to talk about the event right now. We're just here to we're here to do drawing. And drawing is unburdened
By the
by
event.
events by the event. So yeah, we're just gonna start how I like to start all my draw class is by just scribbling, just doing a little scribble, however you want to scribble. Just to get used to how it feels to put lines on paper or canvas, or in my case, tablet, just whatever you're drawing with. This is the first step. It's to make the blank canvas no longer daunting.
Unblanket.
Unblank it. And this is this is the freest, this is the most least expectations that you need to have for anything you're drawing. We're gonna
Most
start.
least.
We're gonna start at the bottom
And now we're
and
here.
work our way up, and now we're here. That's just
I'm
how
gonna do
I.
it too. I'm gonna join
That's
you.
just how I like to. That's just how I like to start it. Just to remember that there's nothing to be afraid of, because sometimes that's what's stopping you. I'm not saying that's what's stopping everybody, but I'm speaking from my own personal experience. The blank canvas is intimidating, and what you got to do is just get in there and show it who's boss.
It's you,
So
by the way.
it's
You're
you.
you're the boss.
You're the boss, like Tony Danza. And now we'll
that's
do.
that's a reference people are gonna really
People
get into, I think.
love Who's the Boss. That's a show I've watched. And now we're just gonna do like a slower scribble.
I don't even think I've ever
Um,
watched Who's the Boss.
no, I've only seen it referenced in Family Guy and Community.
It can't have been
Um,
that good, right?
maybe it was the best show that's ever been made. It exists in a quantum state. If you've never watched it, it it could it could always potentially be the best show you've ever seen. And
Felicia S in chat says it was fine.
well,
So it's been nailed down. It's
it's
no
been
longer
confirmed.
quantum.
Well, that's just Felicia S's opinion of it.
I trust Felicia on this one
Okay.
because that's also the vibe I was getting.
Yeah, it seems like it was probably fine.
It's like confirmation bias,
yeah, that's true.
is that she said what I wanted to hear.
Yeah.
And so I said that it was true.
Yeah. And this part's good. If you've seen any of my my other draw classes on this theme, this part's gonna look familiar to you. Cause it's a little ritual that I like to do. To just remember how it feels. How it feels to just make the lines appear, make little decisions about the shapes and the forms those shapes suggest, and that you're in control, but also you can sort of turn your mind off a little bit, your verbal mind, the inner monologue, whatever doubts or concerns or anxieties you're holding on to in this moment, and just sort of let the other part of your brain, the part that's just moving the stylus, just let that part take the lead for a sec, you know? Just vibe out to it and see if you draw something that surprises you.
Pretend
If
you're a
there's
dang old baby.
Pretend you're a dang old baby and just let the you've got some real saucy mush in front of you on your little baby plate,
Yes.
and you're just mushing it around with your grubby little fingers and making shapes.
This is huge for me. A baby.
And you're just seeing what happens, feeling it out, getting loose, getting ready, getting into the headspace. I didn't like that last line I drew there. That I took it too far, and I made a tangent.
No, you're a baby. You're a
that.
baby. It doesn't
But
matter.
I'm a baby, so I don't care about that.
You don't know what a tangent is.
Okay. So now I had asked previously in DrawClass chat for people to say if there was anything specific they wanted to work on this practice, and I saw facial expressions and shading. So I think we can start with facial expressions, and then maybe we'll shade some of the faces we draw.
That's crazy.
How's that sound? So again, to start off these faces, let's just draw some blobs. We're staying in this sort of automatic drawing space, and we're just going to fill the canvas with some discrete blobs. If you want to stay in the baby headspace, now you've got some chicky nugs.
Stay in the baby verse.
Stay in the baby verse. Don't think too hard about these blobs. Just whatever feels right to you.
This
You
is
can make
actually,
them-
when I'm drawing faces, this is one of my favorite methods.
Yeah. And
just
you're
to throw one of
really,
these down.
I love the variety of shapes that you use when you're drawing heads and faces, and it's something that I want to try and do more of in my own drawing. So this is helping me.
Hey, thank
This
you.
is this is for me. And now, if you didn't know where this is going, surprise, we're gonna draw some faces on these blobs.
Whoa!
Um, and this is pre-practice. This is still we're still in like the warm-up zone. And what I like to do here is again, just like not think too hard about it. A face, typically, we got an eyes, two of them, oftentimes. We got a nose, we got a mouth, eyebrows, and we can just sort of take those elements, and it doesn't have to be good, not at this stage. We're just sort of from our own minds. We're just gonna sort of put some faces on these shapes and just see how they feel.
Call it forth from the ether.
Yeah. And these are going to be our starter faces for this practice. And just see what our brain, when you say draw a face, see what it comes up with. And that's going to be our baseline, our face base line for what we're working on. Cuz I'm sort of going off of your guide for just like drawing practice, where like when you want to work on a skill, you break it down by days. And it's like on the first day you're just trying your best. You're just drawing whatever that thing is from your own mind. So that when you come back at the end of the practice, you can look back and be like, huh, so that's where I was at the start, and here's where I ended up.
Yeah.
And you can really sort of, you can really just play, just have some fun with the size and shapes of the facial features here on these blobs, because these are just blobs.
They can't hurt you. Nathan,
Maybe
do you
this.
hear the repairman?
Oh yeah,
Well, you should know he's not coming through on stream
that's awesome.
when I'm not speaking, at least because of my
That's
noise gate.
great noise gate. This one I'm giving a little hair. They don't all have to have hair and ears, but if you see a spot where it could go in your blob, put it in there.
Yeah, why not?
Why not?
I
You
won't
can
stop
add
you.
add as much or as little detail to each face as you want. You can give them accessories.
Oh, I like
This
this
seems,
second guy you've done here.
yeah.
Oh, I like this third guy you're doing.
See, this one's
This is
gonna.
Johnny Bravo
This
Dexter.
this is Johnny Bravo Dexter. Sometimes you make a shape, and it turns out it's already beloved character Johnny Bravo Dexter.
And that's part of it. But I think a nice thing about doing this challenge, this type of challenge,
Yeah.
is that it's just so much easier to create something out of something that's already there
Right.
than it is to create something from nothing.
And what's already there came out of your mind.
I mean, not what's on screen right now. That came out of Nathan's mind.
Right. But what you drew, if you're practicing along,
And you should be.
I mean, you can also just be watching this while you do something else. If you find this just meditative and comforting or entertaining or for whatever reason, if you're watching live or watching the VOD later, that's like your prerogative. Whatever this is to you, I'm just happy that you're here. I'm happy that you find some value, be it educational, entertainment, spiritual.
Enlightenment.
Yeah, any of those things.
I'm hearing what sounds like a functioning laundry machine.
I think
Which is huge for me. The people on the stream might not care so much about that, but for me,
I'm happy for you.
want to do it?
yeah.
Hello. Great.
Seems like we're in business, baby.
Wonderful. And you don't have to start at the same place on each of these bases either. If like something really is reading nose, you can start with the nose, take a nose out approach. If something's really reading like for this one, it was like that looks like a cheekbone to me. We're just gonna go with that.
Yeah, I always look for the most obvious feature and start with that. I'm doing a cheekbone one right now too.
Hell yeah.
Just a couple of bone boys.
Just a couple of bone boys, exactly.
Get together with your bone boys.
And it's like, as you're doing this, maybe you'll start to just remember things that you've seen, faces of people or characters that somehow got lodged in your memory. And that's part of the fun of this too. You're just like waking up that part of your brain, especially if you like haven't drawn in a while. Like I find this is really useful in just sort of remembering that, like, oh yeah, you know what faces look like. Like even if you think you're bad at drawing faces, you've seen a face.
I know you have.
I know you have.
Nathan's like Mufasa in the clouds right now.
Remember,
Remember.
you've seen a face.
You know what it looks like. I promise.
I promise.
Okay, let's see. You got 4 left.
Yeah.
I got 3 left. We're doing great.
Yeah. This, unfortunately, is Stewie Griffin's head shape.
Yeah, there's simply nothing to be done about that.
A lot of these ended up just sort of being like sort of knockoff versions of characters for media. And that's a fine place to start, you know? This one, though. Made two sort of wide ones. I want them to feel different from each other. Just, try and make these last couple ones feel a little different than the rest,
Just try.
if you can. If you're looking for,
They can.
you can do it.
I have
believe
full
in
faith.
you. Yeah.
I got some lads over here.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see. I love a Jacob lad.
Some of them you're gonna like more than others of them, I bet.
Yeah, that's sort of how this works.
Just like in real life.
Yeah. Sometimes you see someone's face and you're just like, not for me.
I like this other one a little better.
This last one doing. I know what this last one's doing. It's going like,
The big scream. This is like the let's go baseball.
this
The
is
let's
like
fucking go baseball.
this is just like the let's fucking go baseball.
One of my favorite expressions.
So yeah, these are just some warm-up faces just to get just no pressure faces. Just putting features wherever you want for whatever reason.
This is so you can remember, just like Mufasa,
Just like Mufasa.
remember that you can draw whatever you want and no one can stop you.
No one can stop you. Only you can stop you.
You're stopping yourself. Stop stopping.
Get this one. There. Gonna go back to, yeah, I'm gonna add some features to some of these.
That dude in the bottom left looks just like he can't believe you've done this.
He's like, he's been stuck behind you. It's like a one-way street, single lane, and you've been trying to parallel park for so long. And he just wants to go. He's like on his lunch break, and you were just eating into his sandwich time.
And
you
that's
know?
the one time of day that he has to himself. He treasures that time.
Can I see yours, or would sharing your screen fuck everything up?
I don't think it will. I have set up for this.
Okay. I just want to see, because I like it
Chat's gonna
brings
see
me
him
joy.
first.
It brings me joy. I'm gonna stop the share.
Here you go.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you got a shouty guy too.
Yeah, I also got a shouty guy.
A Clarence like.
Yeah, he's like Clarence if his ear got stung by a bee.
Yeah. Oh, these are great. I love the way you have the noses like pushing up against the edge. I was afraid to go all the way on that, but that's
Some of the shapes were just so nosy.
yeah.
I had to try. I had to follow my heart.
These are excellent.
And then
So yeah.
the dude in the top left is like definitely a pervert.
Yeah, he's watching you parallel park, and he's loving how
He's like,
much strife you're causing.
Yes, yes. Okay, I'll stop sharing.
Awesome. Okay, great. So now we're Now we're in like a face place
Love to be in a face place.
in our mind.
Now are you going to shade the faces?
Ooh. We could shade these faces.
I didn't mean to interrupt whatever your process was. I thought I
No,
was
I'm freewheeling here. I love that idea. Let's shade these faces. Let's just combine all of the stuff that
can,
people wanted to do.
try some different lighting
Try
angles.
some different lighting. So yeah, like just what you want to do, we're just going to do like a simple single tone shading for this. And just pick where the light's coming from. So like, for example, I'm just going to draw a little arrow here. Maybe I'll make it a little darker. Draw a little arrow here for this guy. Light's coming from over here. So anything that the light isn't hitting, or anything that's blocking the light, or anything that is being blocked. Like for example, this guy's wearing a little hat. So the light's coming from over here. We're going to get a little bit of shadow coming over the face. The back of the hair is going to be lit, but the part that's like closer to the head is going to be in shadow. Tongue is inside the mouth. That's going to be in shadow. No light getting in there from this angle.
No shot.
And then, yeah, we can sort of decide just sort of how much shadow we want to do. And part of this is just sort of like feeling it out. But typically you just sort of want to put indications of shadow in places where the light wouldn't be hitting.
Have you ever seen that one tip that's like, imagine that you are the light?
Imagine that you are the light.
And then like whatever you wouldn't see from the angle you're looking at this person would be in shadow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When I first heard that, I was like, damn, they're saying some stuff.
They're saying some stuff. Yeah, maybe this guy, he's only being illuminated by like his dashboard. So we're
Can
getting
you see
like
paradise by the dashboard light?
like the top of, yeah, he's trying to.
It's tough. It's tough.
It's tough. It's hard out here. So we've got just like this bit. And then depending on like how bushy the eyebrows are, they're going to be blocking some of the light up here, and then like a little bit here like this above the eyes. Then we can imagine, maybe a little bit of his like cheeks are blocking some of the light as well. We get these sort of shapes.
You could imagine it.
And maybe he's really, really backlit. Well, I already have this like shine mark on the hair for this guy, so I guess the light's coming this way. So we'll say the hair is like casting like a shadow right over the eyes. And if you pick a light source direction and you don't like it, you can just change it.
Yeah.
That's allowed.
I won't report you.
I'm not going to stop you.
I'm no narc. If the police come to my house, I'll be like, nah, they'd had that light direction the whole time.
It was that way the whole time.
They knew exactly what they were doing.
Yeah.
With it. And they executed it perfectly, might I add.
Might I add? You can also sort of decide on the like the intensity of the light. Like maybe like for this guy, the light's coming from above, but it's like a very dim light. So he's like still mostly shadow. And only like a few bits are highlighted.
And there's also lots of examples of like lighting reference online. If you searched lighting reference.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do some reference drawings. We always do some reference drawings here on Nathan DrawClass.
We call this class Nathan for you.
It's for you. Yeah, when there's really like sort of dim light, you can have like multiple light sources, so you get like a little bit of like rim lighting happening. That's sort of a cool effect.
Oh yeah, we love that.
So like say, yeah, we've got like a dim light coming from above here. It's just like hitting the tippy top of things. But then we also have this little like drop my stylus. We also have like a secondary light source coming in. Just get like little sort of patches we can use to highlight different features. And again, these were like very loose drawings. We weren't thinking a ton about 3D form when we were making them. We were just sort of doodling. And so you can make decisions about the form as you're shading as well. And again, we're still in warm-up mode, so it doesn't need to be good. We're just trying stuff out. We're just thinking about it.
Yeah. I don't even want it to be good.
This one's going to be another underlit one.
I think it's fun sometimes too to like blotch in like a whole bunch of shading and then like carve it back out with the eraser.
Oh, sure.
A fun way to go about it as well if you're feeling like stuck on anything. I do that a lot.
Yeah. Absolutely. That's a great way to do it.
Cat screaming.
Oh, yeah.
Cat is screaming.
Cat is screaming. Ooh, my cats are screaming.
My cats are screaming.
I don't know how I feel about this one. Not my favorite. Kind of liked it better before I added the shading, but that's okay. Don't have to shade all of them.
And get this, you're never even gonna look at this again.
Yeah, this is just for you. This is all for you. I'm gonna be done I'm gonna say I'm done with this part.
So be it. I will be done too then as well.
Cool. All right. So that's a little just like from our heads, some real loosey goosey stuff. And so now I figure what we can do is just go straight into looking at some looking at some faces and just doing a little draw from reference.
Yeah, man.
And so what I like to do is start with just some real loose contours, and then we can after we do a couple of those, we can go in and try and like do more of like a structural breakdown of the face, if that makes sense.
Makes sense to me.
Because like the first step is always just like relearn, and this is why it's better to practice more than once every 4 months, which is sort of the cadence that we're on with this with the draw classes that I host. But like so much of drawing is looking, whether you're looking at something in your mind or looking at reference or just like remembering what things look like. It's this muscle that you need to exercise. That's taking what you see, translating it into movement of your drawing hand. And it's something that certainly improves and gets stronger the more you do it, which is why even if life drawing doesn't interest you, it's still a useful thing to do to improve at drawing. If all you want to do is draw stuff from your imagination, draw like fantastical things, it's still worthwhile to do life drawing, to draw from reference, because it strengthens that skill and that process in your mind, and it'll just inform everything you make. It'll make the things, however fantastical you make, be grounded in like a foundation of recognizableness. It'll make sense to
Yeah.
people viewing it. So I pulled some faces from Line of Action. So we're just gonna go through, and we'll just do some real short. I'm gonna say do like 2 minute. I'm gonna set a little timer for 2 minute.
Let me get an appropriate brush out.
And again, really just like focus less on trying to make what you draw look good and more on just the process of looking and translating what you're looking at into line, basically. And specifically, since we're looking at the face, we're trying to see what planes of the face become lines, how those features all like relate to each other. Like already I shouldn't be erasing. We're not interested in that. We're just trying to articulate some forms here.
She's making such an interesting shape with her mouth.
Yeah, I didn't get it. And that's okay.
No, I don't think I'm getting it either.
This is bad. This is a bad job I'm doing, and that's part of it. We're not being precious here. Drawing faces is hard. It's way easier to draw animals.
Yeah, why does anyone do this?
After I did that whole speech, like this looks nothing like. This looks nothing like. This is so bad,
Dude, mine is too though.
Okay, all right, we're all just.
I'm not even doing mine's not even a contour drawing. I've just been sketching normally and it's still
Yeah,
bad.
you can do sketching, whatever you got, whatever you want to
Holy
do.
shit.
This is okay. It's terrible. That's okay. We're kicking the dust off. We're just and it's gone. We're done. Okay, we're gonna do another one. We're just gonna keep doing it. We're not gonna be afraid. We're doing this with no fear. I'm doing this in front of you. This is going to live online forever.
I'm not afraid.
You
draw a face.
Drawing at home, do not have to show what you do here to anyone. I'm not even gonna for the next one, I'm not even gonna try and draw the whole head shape. I'm just gonna start at a feature and work out. And we're just gonna see how that goes, see if that does anything.
I've got a cat.
Okay, you don't have to do this one. All right, here's our next face. Oh, that's a good one.
Ooh, I like
That's a
that
fun one.
though.
We're just gonna start with, yeah, we're just gonna sort of just sort of try and see the way all of the pieces relate to each other. We don't need to overthink it. Don't need to worry about.
Let's get some cat purrs on Mike. Cat purrs coming in.
Oh yeah.
That's that good stuff right there. I already like this one, Nathan.
We're just finding the way all the elements actually go together, not how you think they should, but just like, you know, we're just practicing looking and drawing what we see. And as little as you can lift the stylus up while you're doing it. This looks like one of those like rage face memes.
It really does.
Really,
this is like exactly troll face.
I really borked this man's face.
He doesn't look like this.
He doesn't look like this, and that's okay. That's not what we're trying to do. It doesn't. Oh my god. This is part of it. This is part of the process.
It's part of it for sure, yeah.
Oh god. Oh no. It's okay. It's okay. We'll do one more. We'll do one more like this, and then we'll
so fast.
We'll do one more like this. This is the input. This is not output. This is not to. I'm only doing this for you to see that it's not. You don't need to be afraid. Okay, we're gonna do this one because I really like the face this guy's making.
Yeah.
He's got some great shapes to work with here.
This man's face is his nose is a perfect triangle.
It really is, yeah.
Incredible. I love that. And then his mouth is like this beautiful wedge.
Yeah. He's doing like the thing that like cartoonists do where they make like just a hole in the side of the head be the mouth.
Olive, can you not headbutt my keyboard, please? Can you not headbutt my microphone either, please? This one, I'm getting in on this one. This is an inspiring visage.
Yeah, he's really good. I saw this one. I was like, okay, if we're doing anything this class, we're drawing this face.
This is the important bit here.
Yeah. This is the most important part of this class. And shout out to Line of Action and shout out to all these models for letting us just absolutely ruin their really good faces for our own edification, for our own craft.
And I do want to state, I've said this before, but even when I'm practicing, I don't ever draw realistically.
Yeah.
So I'm still doing like a cartoonist's interpretation.
Yeah, you can really do whatever you want
while trying to like
I'm
still capture the shapes, you know?
For me, I find it helpful to just try and contour. We're gonna go a little longer on this one. I'm liking this one. So we're just gonna stay in this one for a little bit more.
Yeah, it's like definitely good to try and draw realistically, but I find so little enjoyment in it that it's better for me to just sort of do what I am willing to do.
Yeah, absolutely. And like this is all take this for whatever value it has to you, you know? Like you do not need to do anything that makes you have a bad time. Like I'm just doing this to show that like I think there is value in just like really throwing caution to the wind, stepping outside your comfort zone, and again, it's like doing reps at the freaking gym, you know?
Yeah, dude. Now you're speaking my language.
You know, it's like it never looks cool to just be lifting the bar with no weights on it, but you got to do that bit so that you get your form down before you start pumping the big iron, you know?
The big iron on your hip.
Because if you mess up, you want it to be with nothing on there, and that's what this is. This is you messing up, you're dropping the thing, but it's okay because you're still gaining insight. You're still learning from this, and you're strengthening those muscles and those connections. All right, so that's just a little life drawing. Now we can do what I like. I like it when you do where you like do like a more sort of like breakdown, do a little redlining here.
That's always fun.
And we can just we can find the basic shapes in the face.
We're going to be like shape locating computers.
Yeah. So we've got, the skull. You can find the axis of the skull, which is like it's like almost a full profile, but not quite. And then we've got the jaw here. We've got, the eye. The head sort of tilted this way. Nose is a triangle. And yeah, like this is sort of like the skull breakdown with like a little nose, Now we've got this sort of like template here. And now we can use this as a base if we wanted to, again, try and like sketch this guy, not do a contour, but try and actually get more of a likeness in,
Yeah. Implant in your brain these proportions.
Yeah. And you can really see the way that like there's so much elasticity in the face. You know, you can put in the sort of bone structure. You can redline it in, but like he's doing some fun stuff. He's really like pulling to the limit. Like you've got this line here. Like it's actually more like this like cheek muscle. You know, the cheek muscle.
Of course, the cheek muscle. Everybody knows the cheek muscle.
Got this like lip. The teeths. The teeths are just out.
Damn, dude, put your teeths away.
And you can really see there. He's got a lot of them. 1, 2,
Yeah, the chussle.
3.
He's got his chussles working.
These are more like, even more just like 3, 4. Yeah, like I didn't give. I'm doing it. I'm looking right at it, but I'm not doing it right.
The teeth are just one solid bar.
Yeah, you can just do that. You can just do it that way as well. And we've got,
Individual teeth don't actually exist.
that's true. For drawing purposes, that's
Yeah.
true. And also in real life.
Why does adding teeth make it so threatening? Teeth are one of those things
Yeah.
where you got to be so careful with the way you render them.
Yeah.
They go straight to psychotic so fast.
You know, we're just figuring it out. We're doing this together. He's got a beard, and then like it goes like right into his shirt here. There's like
Yeah, he's
no,
sort of like sitting back.
yeah, he's like, oh,
He's like, oh, hey.
this is the face I make whenever I see Jacob,
Nathan's sitting on the couch at Karina's,
and you
And-
guys come in.
and I walk in. And Nathan goes, ah!
You do that. I know I made the eye bigger, and that's something you can do as an artist if you want to like really exaggerate, push the pose.
Yeah, I like the bigger eye. It looks more shocked.
It's like, because yeah, his this is coming even more forward, I think. I think that's the issue. Is that like this bit attaches like here. Yeah. Got like mustache, lip, teeths, and then it's almost like straight down like this.
Yeah, pretty
Mm.
much.
And then, yeah, and then we have this like inner row of teeth.
This is him showing you his inner teeth.
Exactly.
Like, look, they're right here.
Right here.
I don't even think I can open my mouth that wide.
No. I don't know how he's doing it.
He doesn't even look like he's at his maximum either. It looks like he could
No.
go further.
This isn't even my full power.
Imagine the size of sandwich you could eat.
Imagine the size of sandwich you could eat. Yeah, once you start messing with the teeth, it really yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'm spending too much time on this guy. I'm fascinated by him. I love him.
Listen, Nathan, we all love him, okay?
Yeah. Yeah, like I did like this whole zone is wrong. I don't know how I managed to I redlined it and I still like it's not doing it. It's not doing what I want. So we're gonna cheese it instead. And we're gonna make it our own. We're gonna push it even further.
A bigger sandwich, even bigger.
Yeah, this is the next stage.
2 sandwiches stacked on top of each other.
It's this because yeah, the teeth don't they go back like this. Right? That
Nobody actually knows for sure what the teeth do.
Is this help? Is this helping? Is this good? Are we good? Are we having a good time here? Did I get stuck? It's okay.
I think it's helping because what you're doing is you're demonstrating
The struggle.
the struggle in the process.
This is process. This is all process. Okay. Well, I thought that would go better than it did, and that's okay.
Sometimes when you're doing art,
We're just gonna yes.
it's not gonna go as good as you
It's
think
not
it's
gonna
gonna
go
go.
as yeah, and you just need to keep going.
I get stuck on the dumbest shit sometimes.
So there he's going like sort of yeah. I mean,
But
this is
conversely, other times you'll do something, you'll be like, I don't know what I'm doing, and then it comes out like way better than you expect.
yeah. This is
You
true.
don't know what you're gonna get.
There's no way to know. There's no way to know what you're gonna get. And you can't always get what you want,
No.
but if you try sometimes, you might find.
You get
what you need.
need.
Okay. All right. Okay. We could look at some of the material that you used in your faces drawing class. Also, if we want to just like sort of if we want to move on from life drawing to just sort of like cartooning and abstraction and that sort of thing. Because you have this nice set of facial expressions here. And it could be
That's a
good
good
to
one.
we can just sort of we can really abstract it. We don't have to worry about making it look like this lady, but we can try and just sort of like, you know, say take this expression here, the upper left. We just make it if we just make her a circle or an oval shape,
That's kind of what we all are.
and then just sort of try and see where the eyes are. They're sort of going like, and they're even like the bottom part is it's like, you know, see where the eyes are, see what they're doing. The eyebrows are way up.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of the work.
The nose is sort of over here. We're seeing it at sort of a low angle. And then the mouth. Got a little bit of teeth. And then it's just sort of making sort of this shape.
She's literally going, "Wah!"
She's pogging.
That's the exact noise. That face that's like the second one in the middle row is like exactly the face of the Grinch. It's
Yeah.
crazy. How'd she
She's
do
do-
that?
She's Grinching.
Bless you.
Bless you,
I'm
Julia.
sorry.
Doing a class over
God.
here. It's not even your stream.
Can't a girl just sneeze?
You can sneeze on your stream. You can't sneeze on Nathan's stream.
I just need to sneeze, man.
So sick of her.
Women,
you
they
see-
can't do anything these days. I miss the good old days where women couldn't do anything.
Thank you, Julia, for that. Biting commentary.
More like sneezing commentary.
Oh!
God, let it go, man.
Yeah, she's got like one eye is sort of like this, and the other one's more open. Looks like, and then like this bit. Yeah. See this now. This feels like so much better than if we had gone straight into doing this.
You
Like, by
primed your
comparison?
brain, yeah. Your brain primed.
Your brain has been primed now. So
Um,
now that you've given yourself the freedom to just sort of not be constrained by exactly what it looks like.
I'm like obsessed with the shape of the eyes in the fourth one.
This one?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that one.
The eye shape is like so good. I have to just like get in there and try
Let's
it.
get in there. Yeah, she's like looking almost straight at us. Got sort of this shape to it. And then yeah, we'll start with those eye shapes. Just going like,
That's just like one of those shapes where I see it and I'm like, I'm gonna remember this
yeah.
shape. I want to make use of this later.
You can see because the eyes
Yeah, man.
are they're orbs in your head,
Yeah, they are.
and you're only seeing like little bits of those orbs, but you can indicate sort of where the rest of the orb is going to be. I made her look so much sadder. It's really, this isn't right. This is again not right, but let's get them on the same plane at least. And yeah, it's like,
It may not be right, but you're still, you're taking in new info here.
yeah, absolutely.
Even
The
learning what's
nose.
not right is good.
Nose sort of down here, and then her mouth is like, oh boy. Sometimes you sit down to practice and it's just nothing's working. And that's part of the process as well. You know?
You're still learning.
You're still learning, it's still valuable to do this. To power through. To make it good.
And I mean, to be fair, it's like a crazy face she's making.
Yeah. That is fair.
This is not a face you'd be making.
No, but if you wanted to draw like a character making this face, like I don't even know what emotion she's like conveying here.
No, it's messed up. It ain't right.
That's kind of it. You know, not perfect, but we tried it. I'm gonna do the one underneath it. this sort of like face. And we got it sort of. She's sort of like tilted. And I don't know why I'm refusing to just like go in there and trace a little. Like I could do that. That'd make this easier.
Yeah, you could do that.
But we're trying I'm trying to just I think it's useful to try and just draw from reference. Just try and see and then you can identify where you're struggling, where you're having troubles.
This is one of those where the expression is really sold by that eyebrow touching the top of the eye.
Yeah. And you see this little crease that forms here when your brow's so furrowed.
Yeah.
And you'll find yourself making the face as you're drawing it. That's like classic
Artist 101.
cheek sort of dips in here. You get that chin. It's also sort of like scrunched in. That one wasn't so bad. I guess the more identifiable the face, the facial expression, the more like familiar it looks, the easier it is to sort of get like that. You know, like it at.
Like that.
And then you can do this old chestnut where you can go and check your work, see exactly what you're doing wrong. So here you can see that I've got the entire sort of like tilt of the head. It's too far back. She's doing it more like this. But then, yeah, just like sort of, it's not right at all. That's okay.
But it's more about capturing the feeling of the expression.
Exactly.
Not the exact thing.
But yeah, but we can go in there and we can redline it. We can get a better sense. It's a process. This is practice. We're just practicing. So again, we get
Quit being weird about it. We're just practicing.
We're just practicing. It's okay.
Just be normal.
Just be normal. Get the jaw. And then yeah, we've got this shape here, and then we go. Just find these lines, this little plus sign on the face. The little planes of the face here. This and this.
Yeah, I think your version captures more of a why I oughta energy.
Yeah, whereas she's looking down her nose at you.
Yeah.
She's like, huh.
She's got more of a why I never.
Yeah.
And yours has more of a why I oughta.
So now if we take this red line, we draw on top of that, see how we do.
I believe in you.
Thanks. Now we've got these brows. And again, we'll do, it's like an exaggerated. It's already very exaggerated, but our version's going to be even more so. Mouth. Uh,
One thing I find the hardest is like the subtleties of these like mouth shapes.
yeah.
Because it's like there's a very fine line between capturing the expression of the mouth and not.
Right.
And oftentimes I fail to get like that exact feeling.
Because again, as like if you're cartooning, you're trying to simplify like what the lips are doing, what the line of the mouth is doing, all of that. It's just like one shape. And a lot of times it's not as you're gonna miss out on stuff. So that's the perennial challenge, the eternal challenge.
The eternal challenge makes it sound badass.
Yeah, drawing is the eternal challenge.
Are you ready to take on the eternal challenge? It never ends. Will you be the champion?
No, will you be the champion?
Will you walk among the gods?
Will you frolic
Will you?
among the fish?
I would.
So, that's something you can do. You could spend all day just drawing these faces and trying to see. Yeah, I made her eyes way too big, but that's just how I was drawing her. Let's see. We can do some looking at some cartoon character faces.
Yeah.
I've got some screen grabs of some faces
Grab them.
from cartoons. Where there's some real good stylization of faces. Anime.
No way.
Uh-huh.
I don't believe you. You're going to have to prove it to me.
So, I just took a bunch of screenshots from the Dandadan intro.
Oh, there's lots of good ones in that.
It's a lot of just like close-ups of faces that are nice and expressive and stylized. And so again, we can do our classic thing where we first we'll just try and draw it from reference, then we'll go in there and do a little red line, and then we'll try again and see how that does. Because I really like how bulgy the eyes look. It like still looks somewhat realistic, but there's also
But very pushed.
yeah, they're pushing the pose.
You can tell for these, they definitely like took photos of themselves
Yeah,
doing these poses and then used those as reference.
yeah. And these hands are really good. We didn't even talk about hands. We're just looking at faces, but the hands are part of the
They're
pose
part
here.
of the face.
The
The
hands are
are the windows. The face.
exactly.
Oh man.
Yeah.
I got the yawns.
I mean, it's Friday.
It's so Friday.
It's so Friday. That's why I made the tea. I was like, I need a little afternoon pick me up.
Need a little something something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm good. Gonna keep it loose, Nathan. Just don't need to. This is just practice.
Loosey goosey, loosey goosey.
Just loose it up.
Dude,
And this is also
goose
great.
is like so tight right now.
Great example of some shading too, where it's like the light source is like clearly like in front and somewhat below, and so we've got, you know, we've got like shadow here, like just real good shadow shapes that we can talk about those as well. I'm just using them as like footholds for like where everything is, and like these mouth shapes. Again, like they do such a good job here using line and shading to indicate these complex shapes where like the inside of the mouth, or like the border of where the mouth opening is indicated by line, but the lips are fully just lineless. They're you get these nice little shadow shapes that indicate that he's got these big full lips. Beautiful lips on this boy. There's even more of a curve to the bottom of the mouth here. Here we've got this little, just two lines for the nose. Got glasses, shape. The glasses are another nice little shape for us to use as a handhold for where everything is. They come down and just tangent just with the one finger, but not the other one. Just one finger tangent.
Did you know that drawing glasses is one of the worst things in the entire world?
It's pretty bad.
It's like really bad.
Yeah, just drawing like a flat cylinder.
It sucks ass. I hate it.
It's no good. It's garbage. It's garbage time. I really appreciate the commentary. I feel seen.
I think it makes me even angrier because it's one of those things that doesn't seem like it should be as hard as it is.
Yeah, and yet
it's like, oh, it's like a circle, but then it affects everything else around it.
Yeah. It distorts everything. The ears just sort of coming right up. Oh, the ear doesn't even touch the glasses. It's like right below. This isn't going to be right at all, but that's okay. This is the warm up. We're still doing.
The stream's gonna end.
This is all warm up.
We're never gonna be warmed up.
You're never gonna be warmed up. That's okay. Sometimes you sit down to practice, and the whole point of that practice session was just to warm you up for the next practice session. You know. So you can, because the thing is, this video is gonna live online for forever, so you can always come back to it anytime you're feeling so rusty and you're just like, I don't know how anyone draws anything, and then you come here and it's like you just sometimes it just be like that sometimes.
Like, just
and
do
that's
it.
Okay.
Just draw.
You're gonna see, like, I've drawn some pretty cool stuff in my life. You wouldn't know that from watching this. That's okay.
You're like, this guy hasn't drawn shit, I bet.
This guy doesn't know what he's talking about.
Why is he on here doing this?
Why is he doing this? Why did anyone sign up for this? But that's part of it, you know? You can't let the haters in your mind Getcha.
Don't let them win.
Don't let them win.
I want you to know I just completely decided not to draw the hands at all.
That, I mean, that could have saved me a lot of time if I'd have done that.
Nice.
Nice. I mean, I do think it's useful to just, you know, try and replicate really cool art that you see just to really get a sense of how hard it is to make something like this look good and work. Like I already can tell like the mouth is too big and too high up. It's got to be smaller, lower down. This hole needs to move down. It's a nice thing about drawing digitally, at least, is you can really. Oh yeah, this isn't gonna look right. I can already tell.
Oh yeah.
Title this. This it says chill art practice with Nathan. We should call this like change the title to like Nathan Bumbleasses his way through drawing fan art from reference. And you can too. I invite you to join me as I really struggle here.
I'm not doing great either, so
Yeah, you don't need to do great. It's practice.
I've done what I usually do, which is I abandon the reference and I instead say that I'm drawing something with the vibe
That's I mean, that's
of the reference.
I love that. I love that idea.
That's a get out of jail free card.
You can do that. Anyone watching this, if you're having trouble, just say you're doing that.
Just say, "Oh no, I'm not drawing the reference. I'm using it for the vibe. I'm drawing something with the vibe."
You're vibing. It's a vibe.
It's giving reference.
It's giving,
but it's just a vibe.
his eyebrows lower than that one. It comes down underneath the glasses. Yeah, I can see what I did wrong. Like I get it. I hope this is helpful for someone, you know?
I mean, I genuinely think it is because like you said, the people watching this, they have seen the stuff that you have made.
Yeah.
They're familiar with your many works and deeds. And so like, you know, showcasing the actual struggle.
That's part of it.
Because normally when we're in the stage where we're just like struggle assing through.
Yeah, I'll delete that part or speed it up so much.
Yeah, you're not like seeing it in real time with us being like, shit, it's not working. Damn it. Oh God. Oh no.
Exactly.
But that part exists.
That part exists.
It's just something you do in the privacy of your own home.
Yeah. I'm inviting you in to my home to watch me struggle. I hope you enjoy.
The worst dinner party ever.
Just watching me try to cook something. Just like, fuck. Shit.
Shit, damn it.
Shit,
no. Oh, fuck.
Oh, no. It's that one episode of The Bear.
I haven't seen The Bear. You know I haven't seen The Bear.
The one episode, the Christmas episode of The Bear, but instead of the food she's making looking good, it's it's like she's struggling that much, but also the food looks like garbage.
Garbage.
At the end of all of that, it's not even, she doesn't even have anything to feed her family. The Bear's good.
That's what I heard.
A good show. People don't like season 3. I thought season 3 was fine.
How's it already got 3 seasons? I swear to God, a show like appears, and the next thing I know, people are like, "Have you seen season 4?" And I'm like, "What? I thought that show came out like last month."
That's that show. That's what happened to me with that show. Kevin Can Fuck Himself.
The hell is that?
I'd never heard of that show, and it's like Netflix is like, you want to watch season 2?
I
I'm
still
like,
haven't heard of it.
It's like having seen none of it, except for like what Netflix won't let me not see, because when you open Netflix, it just like shouts at you. Um, it's like it seems like they had like an idea for like a Black Mirror episode, and we're like, what if we make this a whole series where like part of the show is like a multicam sitcom complete with laugh track, but then whenever the wife character like goes off on her own, it's like a dark sort of brooding drama about what her life is like when she's not a supporting cast member in her husband's sitcom life.
Interesting. And no one knows about this show.
I'd never heard of it until Netflix was like, you want to watch season 2? It's like an interesting idea. And I like the actress. It's like the actress from Schitt's Creek, the daughter from Schitt's Creek, which is another show that I tried to watch, and I just didn't. I heard it gets better.
Yeah, I heard it like starts rough but gets really good.
Yeah, people really love it, but I couldn't make it. I couldn't get into it. But all right. Well, this could have been worse, I think. I'm not even gonna drag it over to see what I did wrong, but we can do a little red line breakdown to see like how the pose is pushed and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So oh, Felicia says Schitt's Creek is great. So this is who we're basing all of our.
And Jacob has to trust me because I said "Who's the Boss" was fine.
Yeah.
I mean, I trust you. I have lots of friends that have told me it's great, and I believe them. They just need to believe me when I say I'm not going to watch it. Anyways, even if it is great. There's tons of great shows I've not watched.
Yeah. So the nose would be like here. The mouth is like this. Lip. And then the eyes go like wow, wow, wow. Eyebrow. Like that.
Like that.
It's like that.
Just do it like that.
Try again. We'll try again. We'll draw this boy's face. I'm gonna try and do like a more simplified version. It's like
I was in a place with mine where I was like, this actually looks pretty good.
mm-hmm.
And then I flipped it. I flipped the canvas.
Oops. Whoops.
Then I flipped the canvas.
Well, I kind of want to flip the canvas on this and see how it looks. Maybe you're doing it right.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little wonky intentionally. So
Yeah.
a canvas flip might be weird no matter what you do. But
Might be weird no matter what you do.
I didn't like it. I didn't love it. What I saw.
Yeah. That's okay. That's all fine.
It's all fine. Who cares? I still think
Who
it looks.
cares?
I think still looks pretty good. I'll show it to you
Yeah.
after this.
Great.
It's not the reference, but I still like it. You know what I'm
You
saying?
got the vibe. You got the vibe.
I'm vibing. I'm just vibing.
The glasses really sort of make the expression in this one. Like it doesn't look right without the glasses. That's interesting.
Error 9527 said I flipped my canvas and didn't immediately convulse. This is a good sign.
Hell yeah.
That's huge.
I kind of just
I
want to
rarely
see.
feel better than when I do a canvas flip and I'm like, I don't hate it.
Yeah, see, it looks
Yeah, it's
It looks
it's a little funky.
it's a little funky. That's part of it. That's awesome. I love that. They put that on TV.
Yeah, no, it actually when I flipped mine, it was wrong in a very similar way, so that's good.
Yeah.
Now maybe I've fixed it too much. Whatever, who cares?
Who cares? All right. Moving on.
Do you want to see this drawing?
Oh, hell yeah. Show me any of the drawings that you've done from this class that you want to.
Probably only this one.
Only this.
Let me just take a. Well, I'll show you the screaming guy. I like the screaming guy.
Hell yeah.
Give me a second here. We'll do this. We'll do what the. We'll do this. Okay, yeah. We'll do this. We'll do this.
Oh, that's great.
I feel like that looks pretty good.
That looks awesome.
It's not really the same as the reference. The motion is different, but I like the
think
look.
I think that's a great way to do it.
So, happy
it's
enough with that.
That's a great way. That's another way to take referencing art that you like and using it for practice is to just sort of do a vibe piece off of it.
It works better for me a lot of the time.
Yeah, that's great.
Hell yeah. I liked my this guy too. I thought he was pretty good.
Oh yeah.
My screaming guy.
Yeah.
We don't have
really
to talk
like-
about these.
I really like your sketching style.
Okay, that's all.
Okay. Hell yeah. And yeah, anyone who's drawn along, feel free to share anything you've made in this class in the DrawClass Patreon channel.
Yeah, that's always fun to go look at.
I love to see. You can really, I mean, this one you can really upstage me with your stuff. I've left the door open to be humbled. I feel like this has been a very humbling class. And I think that's an important part of practice is remembering to stay humble, to humble yourself. Here's a collection of good faces, a little bit simpler style.
You got to share with me again.
Oops. All right. Well, you're gonna see. You're gonna see.
Oh, Mob Psycho.
Mob Psycho.
Oh.
I love the way they draw faces. I love that they. I mean, look. Let's just get in there.
Get in the weeds.
I just want to get in there and redline some of these, just to see what they're doing. These shapes immediately. This is really good.
I love that. I
This
love
is
all
really-
the mob faces.
This is really good to me. Both of these. So we're just gonna we'll do our standard skull treatment. So, So good. Just pushing the pose, you know?
These are just great examples of like artists that clearly know their shit. And so
Yeah.
they're able to just go like fucking freestyle on it.
Yeah.
They're like, I know my shit, so I don't have to think about any of that.
No.
I can just go crazy.
I can just go crazy. Yeah. They're not worried about the teeth.
That dude who's below the dude you're redlining, one of his eyes is just a square,
Yeah.
and that just works.
And again, another great example of just sort of blocking in shading as well. Like we've got all of the planes of the face very clearly defined, and the shading really helps with the composition and
The mid.
the mood of this neck. Also, it's just going wow, just pow. And then this guy, he's got his little face. He's got his. I love like yeah. This guy's got like paper thin eyebrows. This guy's got big chunky
Got
eyebrows.
those Shiba Inu brows.
He's got yeah this because it's the reason it's a square is because it's a big circle, but he's got his eye. He's sort of squinting. He's sort of squinting with this one,
Yeah.
and then yeah, you don't even see the bottom of his. Just like rah. Like that's awesome. Like this guy too.
Yeah,
Little
compared to the others, this
balls.
guy's got a more normal head shape,
Yeah,
but then he's got that chin.
you got that low angle. So good. I'm gonna watch some Mob Psycho after this probably.
You should do that. I gotta finish season 3. I never finished season 3.
That's see, I'm still on season one.
Oh man. Season 2. I know I already said this to you. But season 2 is such a banger.
Hell yeah.
Season 1's like really good, but then season 2's like next level.
Let's see if I can't replicate these or something similar, a similar vibe.
I think you can.
We'll just start with like that top one.
You can draw a big screaming face.
Yeah, you can really I'll make it even longer. I don't care.
Yes, dude.
Just play in the space, you know?
Let's just remake Mob Psycho, but we make everything more.
Just do it more.
Yeah.
Because I like how it's like this shape, this part's getting like thinner as it's coming towards us, but the mouth gets wider. It's also like you gotta get the angle right. It's like mouth's like over here. Got the nose. Mouth comes like right up under the nostril. Ah.
Then just straight up screaming. And the teeth are just a little U shape, like a staple.
Like a staple. It just like perfectly lines up with where like the jaw sticks out. And then the eyebrows like yeah.
That is what it's like.
Yeah, yeah. Doesn't quite touch. Comes in at an angle like this. Here's even higher up.
Yeah, the ear is like, if you look at the horizontal of it,
it's right on. It's
it's
right where it
above
should
the
be.
eye. On the y-axis, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. This is true. If you follow this guide around, yeah.
That's what I'm talking about. Crank that shit up there. And then actually the eyeball that's like further away from us is almost directly below the other one. In like your original, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah,
like
it's true.
it's kind of an optical illusion, but it's like almost vertically below it, which is crazy. There's always stuff like that where like you look at it and like your brain wants to see it one way,
Yeah.
and then when you measure it, it's like completely different.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I changed the angle
That's true.
and it's fucking me up.
The
That's
jangle.
okay. The jangle.
Your spurs, they jingle, jangle, jingle.
I love this.
I love doing a mouth like that, where it just like goes straight to the bottom of the face,
Yeah.
and there's no bottom lip.
Yeah.
That's the fun thing about doing these kind of studies also, is that you'll find little stylistic flourishes, and some of them will just like really resonate
Yeah.
with you. And
Absolutely.
it kind of just becomes a part of like how you draw then. And starts to form your own personal style based on what little things you like doing the most.
That's fun. You get to add that to your little repertoire.
Yeah. I also really like the way they do hands in this show.
Oh yeah, the we could do a whole class just on how they draw hands in Mob Psycho. Oh yeah. And this guy over here, he's like bull.
He's a little bit like Buh.
Butt chin.
I love this artist's one's obsession with butt chins.
So funny.
In like everything he makes, there's always characters with big butt chins.
Yep. First episode of One Punch Man, or
Yeah, the child with the butt chin.
yeah. Just man, this kid is not cute at all.
Such a funny line.
Like I should help him, but man,
Yeah, I
ooh,
feel like you're getting the vibe. You're vibing.
Yeah, we're vibing now. Maybe going straight into Dan to Dan was a mistake. And that's part of the process is figuring out what you're actually ready to do, what you're in the headspace for.
Yeah, you can just try stuff until you land on something that's working.
Yeah. This guy's like looking over his shoulder like, "Bah!"
Like he's riding on the other guy's shoulders,
Yeah.
like a little baby when the baby sits on your shoulders.
Yeah, and this guy's like, he's right behind me, isn't he?
Like, why are you frightening my son?
I like this face too. Like and you get that good hand in there too. Look how squiggly it is.
So squiggly and so shapy.
Then this face is just it's like completely flat.
Yeah, it's literally just like a flat plane on a rounded cube, rectangular cube.
And it's so it's again, she got all the info you need. Like some Crumbus. And then just blamp, blamp. Yeah, I love how the art style changes like moment to moment.
It makes it really lively and vibrant.
I guess this class was mostly just to talk about how good Mob Psycho is.
That's really what we were getting to the whole time.
Yeah.
We had to build up to it. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Put her over here. Oh. She's like
He's like, I've got chips.
fine eyes. But even still, I- there's so much skill the way they did it.
It's like so simple looking, but not easy to replicate.
No, not at all. Like I'm gonna do it and it's not gonna look it's not gonna look right. But that's been the theme of it's not gonna look right with Nathan.
It's the name of this one.
Practice drawing, but it's not gonna look right.
And that's okay.
And that's okay.
Yours is like more pissed.
She's so mad. Why is she so mad about these chips?
The original one looks like confident and cool, and yours looks like sort of like smug now, actually.
Yeah.
Kind of looks like a bit of an asshole.
Oh, you want these chips?
Too bad it's in my mouth.
How'd they do it? It's like this line here, and then
You can't replicate it.
it's impossible.
It's impossible.
Impossible. But see, there you go. That's what's
You
wrong.
could tell right there.
You can tell right there.
Line ain't right.
Line ain't right.
Line of
That's
the
why
eyes.
that's why you gotta practice.
Because your brain wants to make them straight across.
But that's not
Not how they are.
that's not how they are. A little janky.
You need to get real.
Get real.
This one already, this version already does look so much better.
Yeah, just getting that line in.
Yeah. Like these little things, they all add
Yeah.
up.
So, you know, you can practice drawing faces
If you want.
if you want. Oh, no. I don't know. I don't know about this one. That's okay. But that, you know, we drew for 2 hours.
Yeah, it's better than you would have done.
Yeah.
I bet you would have drawn for none hours if you weren't watching this.
Yeah.
So you're welcome.
We can go back and look at those faces we drew at the start. The point of those was to like feel like, oh, look how far we've come. But now I feel like it's just going to be like, oh, those were better.
Those are pretty good.
Sometimes practicing is learning that like you're okay where you're at, you know?
Well, you got better from doing the other stuff.
Yeah.
It's just not in ways that are immediately perceptible.
Right. That's the point of practicing. Progress was made. It was valuable to do.
Mm-hmm.
I embarrassed myself so you don't have to. But
Yeah.
you can still do these things and practice and never show it to anyone if you don't like it.
Yeah, if
That's
we can do
allowed.
it in public, you can do it in private.
It's about the process. It's all a process.
Just do stuff and be analytical about what you did,
Yeah.
and then see where you went wrong and then
Think
try
about
to do
it.
it different.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's it.
That's all art.
And if you do any, oh yeah, there's some good stuff. There's some good stuff in the chat. I love these brushes y'all are using to do the practice sketches. Yeah, you know, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for supporting us on Patreon if you're watching this live.
Yes, thank
And
you.
If you're watching the VOD later, this is what it's like when I'm hosting the draw class, but there's a different host every month, and we announce what the class is going to be. So you can decide month to month whether you want to join in live.
Nathan's
and
right.
This you know, this one was more of just like talking about shows and drawing some faces, some of which we liked more than others. And I think we all learned something.
And the next one will be something different.
Next one will be something different.
We'll let you know as always.
Yeah, and maybe Julia will sneeze on that one as well.
If she's in it, she will. That's a guarantee.
I guarantee it. You're gonna like the way you look. I guarantee it. That's it, everybody. Thank you so much. Y'all are wonderful. Happy drawing out there. Sometimes it can be a struggle, but it's still worthwhile to do.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye. We're sorry.
Bye.